Hello there, fellow fans of phallus-shaped buildings all across the earth. Many, many enormous and proudly erect steel winkies will dot their way across the landscape today, no doubt. Oh, well, actually, that is a bit of a doubt, isn't there? I left my vacation thinking like, okay, I'll come home and Cities Skylines 2 will be out. That'll be great. Like, this was my banker's year, a game of the year, right? There was no way Cities Skylines 2 could be shit. There was just no way. There was no way. No goddamn way, right? They couldn't mess this up. And then I return and it's mixed. Oh, glory be. A year of thorough disappointment, isn't it? Alright, let's get into it then, shall we? Well, I'll see. Maybe people are just being paranoid, it's entirely possible. But I have heard many bad things about this video game, and the Steam review being mixed is... God, it's just also Paradox recently. Goddamn Paradox. Paradox has just delivered like ass after ass after ass after... Ugh. Oh, God, help me. Well, we'll see. Well, obviously, we're going to be playing on the windy fjords. I don't really care about any of the other options at that point, so select map we go. North American. Ah, yes, the windy fjords of North America. Fair enough. European, thank you very much. Lake Summer. No... A fjord is not a lake, you goddamn savage American half-wits. Jesus. Natural disasters? Left-handed traffic. What? Mental disabilities, I swear to God. Alright then, so one of the things I've noticed several things actually, before I've even played this game at all. So, there's a bit of a history of city builders, isn't there? Many years ago now, yeah, I do not need the camera control tutorial video game, that's fine. I've got a box for some reason. QETG, yep, sure, that's lovely. Are you actually going to force me? Like, this is not necessary a video game. I want mechanics. Road, basic, zoning, commercial. You know what? You know, we don't need tutorials. Tutorials are for losers. Where is the kill the tutorial button? There we go. Tutorials are for sissies. There we are. So... City builders have a little bit of an interesting history, in a way. Okay, so it still functions based on much the same stuff. Why is that industrial zone blue? Groundwater deposit. Ah, because there's groundwater there, I guess. Okay, fair enough. There was a game... Was that just, like, coincidental lag? Because that was a sudden and massive drop in performance for no apparent reason. Never mind. Coinky Dinky Winky, I suppose. There was a game quite a while ago. SimCity. Not that SimCity. The recent one. Not recent. A decade or so ago. That came out, and it created quite the... Wow, there is some performance issues, aren't there? It's like there's random, like, stutters that just pop up. I wonder if that's, like, the game loading, maybe? I'm trying to recreate it now. Okay, well, never mind. But yes, SimCity. Quite a while ago. I don't remember exactly how long, but it's been a while ago now, to put it rather mildly. And that game was also coming out, and everybody was expecting the world out of it, because it's SimCity, goddammit, like it'll be the great return to form of this wonderful video game, right? Because nobody really had a game like that for quite some time. So everyone was, of course, expecting it to be absolutely ginormous, and amazeballs, and all kinds of things, right? And I remember Total Biscuit, because this was still in the era of Total Biscuit, a now long foregone era that has disappeared into the midst of semi-mystical time, frankly. Where he was playing that, commercial zone. So the commercial zone, so you don't want these necessarily next to each other, but you kind of want like the commercial zone, because office zone especially, because you probably want like these relatively close to each other, I think. It depends on how I remember how this game works. It has been a while since I played it. But he was playing it, and he got an early access key, because this was still in the era where game developers hadn't yet figured out that they didn't necessarily need influencers, that they could actually pick and choose and just get the correct yes men to review their games, and they would, in essence, get the same effect. And so even people who like TB, who could be pretty goddamn critical in video games, got review codes. It wasn't in many ways a grander, better time. You know, it's kind of like the lightsaber, a more civilized weapon for a more civilized time, you know? And what was interesting... Oh, no, these are actually... Okay, so that actually lays it down with the road, does it? Alright, that's nice, that's worthwhile, that's usable. Electric cables. Let's see, transformer stations, coming power plant, the buildings. Okay, so I need these... What kind of range do they have? I haven't the faintest fucking clue. As I choke myself on my own spittle. I probably need some wind turbines or something, but we'll worry about that in a second. Now let's just unpause it for a bit. So, yep, random dudes will come in and start building little houses there. Alright. So I remember that part of the game at least. Sujar donates €2. Say, welcome back, Arch. Been an interesting week. Thank you very much, sir. It has. I haven't been able to fully get my grips back on it, but I'm recovering at least a couple of interesting things that happened, sure. But to return to my forever story, I probably don't want this next to, like, the buildings. Power line. Electrical cable. So surely I can probably just send this via the electrical cable, right? So if I make this over here, and then connect that, then I can probably just... Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, well that makes a certain amount of sense. I'm wondering how close I need this. Overlapping items. What? Oh, okay, you need to be, like, away from it or something. Are you attached to that properly? I'm not sure. I guess this is where the play the goddamn tutorial, you tard, would come into line. Or is it... Oh, it's already laid it down on the street, has it? I think so. Okay, well, that's nice. Sewage. Right, I'm gonna need sewage and water treatment plants and such other nonsense, don't I? Right, well, we're just gonna dump this shit into the river, of course, because that's how you do that nonsense. That is not how we do stuff in Norway, by the way, not even remotely. Like, the amount of water treatment that goes into literally anything in Norway is mildly ridiculous, actually. Like, we must have the cleanest water in the universe, to the point that if we go anywhere else, and I really do mean anywhere else, we can't even, we cannot drink the water in, like, any other country because it'll make us sick, because of how ridiculously cleanly our water is. And then just slap that on there, and slap that on there, I suppose. Alright, well, that's very nice and elegant, you know, I like that, I don't mind. I will never get finished with this story, I swear to God. Yep, there you go, okay, fine. And he was playing the game on a stream, on a research stream. demands of our growing city. Of our growing city. Is our city really growing that rapidly? Am I really not importing enough energy for my growing city? I'm presuming there's a button somewhere to... Available, 0 consumption, trade, battery charge. No, I think it's supposed to be waffling out there. And he was doing a stream with his wife, and it was a research stream, so it was very, like, casual and stuff, and they were just chatting and having fun, right? And TB seemed to really like the game, and he didn't pick up on any of the little dumbass things that were happening in the game at all. And I remember he was raked over the coals for that. It actually caused quite a dent in TB's reputation, and quite a dent in quite a few people's reputation, actually. As you gotta remember, back then, this really is a graphical downgrade, isn't it? We have a gas station. Oh, well, one is under construction at least. I'm presuming these are building something. Unless I need to get them, like, building materials, in which case... No, they're doing something. Alright. As the reviewers were expected to actually be quite clever back then. They were expected to actually be able to provide decent insight and good insight and be honest with their audience. I know, how far we've fucking fallen, right? Okay, yeah, this seems to be working the way I expect it to work, more or less. And the fact that TV didn't pick up on things, like, for example, that people didn't actually go to their jobs. So that whenever people went to, like, when they left their homes in the morning, the cars would just drive to the closest workplace. And then the people would get out of their cars and go to the closest workplace. And then they would return to the nearest home. Not their home, but any nearby home. The fact that the reviewers didn't pick up on that was like crazy. Like, Jesus, like, we trust you. Why didn't you pick up on this? It was quite the row. Today, reviewers don't have quite that star anymore, to put it quite mildly, in my opinion at least. The era of the total biscuits are long gone. But even so, the consumers themselves have actually gotten significantly savvier, to the point where Victoria 2, of course, got called out very quickly for its nonsense. Little people are at least a lot more detailed than I remember they were in the first one. Okay, they stop and walk on the correct signs and stuff, and they rush over to get over when the sign turns. Nice, that's quite nice. Victoria 2 did a Victoria 3, Jesus, did a fantastic job of tricking you into thinking that something was going on. This will forever be a bit of a glorious moment of mine. When I arrived in Kyle's stream, I was like, so how are you finding the game? And Kyle's like, oh, it's great, Arch, I'm really loving this. And then I moved on to demolish all of his hopes and dreams. And a few minutes later, he was like, yeah, you're right, the game is actually shit. Because Victoria 3 did an amazing job of tricking you into thinking that a lot of shit was actually happening, when in reality, nothing was actually happening. There was barely any simulation to the game whatsoever. And people picked up on that very rapidly. And I don't know, I had this weird feeling in me guts that this might be a kind of a similar situation in a way. Why exactly did you just turn randomly around and walk back the way you came from? Maddie, Marley, are you going back to your bike, I guess? Maybe? Yeah, okay, well that makes a...
Second Moon Radio with
makes a certain amount of sense, I suppose.
We're pervading some of the finest classical music on the air. Keep that dial right here.
We have an in-game radio. That's cute. Alright. Oh, you just... Okay, so you went to your house, tagged it, and then was like, well, shit, I better bring my bike over. Okay, fine. Little derpy, but alright, alright. Like, I feel as if the fact that we can no longer trust the influencers as much anymore has forced, like, the gamers themselves to become a lot more... Are you just gonna, like, chill there? Citizen, idling. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. Alright, I guess she's just having a little bit of a pause here in her lovely garden for reasons unbeknownst to most of us. It has forced the consumers themselves to become significantly more savvy. And one of the things I noticed was, obviously the game was in essence released weeks before it actually came out. As you saw, all of the trusted influencers were given access to the game very, very early, right? They were making all sorts of videos on it and live streams weeks and weeks before the game came out. And at first I was like, okay, that's a sign, that's a good sign, right? Because that means that people can look at the game, and if it was garbage, they'd be able to tell, right? That doesn't seem to have happened, because the pre-approved people, of course, know very well that they need to keep making nice if they want to get access to the games. And so none of them really talked about it. And this we also saw during Victoria 3. I'm still hoping that this chick will do something, incidentally. I'm trying to... I'm imagining this is not the most riveting gameplay, but I'm trying to figure out if the game is actually simulating anything. Because you will excuse me if I'm very suspicious around Paradox games right now. Because Victoria 3 as well, there was a bunch of the influencers who made their videos on it, and they were usually the more clickbaity videos, like, hey, I made Iceland into an economic superpower, and I'm like, hold on a second. You literally can't do that in Victoria 2, because there is actually no physical way that Iceland can produce enough goods to become an economic superpower. I was like, okay, there's something wrong here. And in this game too, everyone was doing challenges. They were doing the clickbaity stuff like, I'm only building on these squares, or I'm only building skyscrapers made from recirculated poop, or whatever, right? And normally, these kind of challenges require an in-depth understanding of the video game's mechanics, because they usually require some sort of exploit or workaround or abuse of the game's mechanics to, well, work, right? And the fact that people were doing that right off the bat indicated to me that the mechanics might be incredibly shallow and incredibly easy to abuse. And I guess that's what we're going to find out today, as Maddie Marley has not done a damn fucking thing. I think she's stood stationary in her garden now for what? 2-3 hours or something? Well, I unlocked a milestone, so that's nice, I guess. Alright, well, let's down the audio a little bit, as it got awfully soaring there. Yeah, okay, Maddie Marley, alright, the first little problem with the simulation has made itself apparent, and that people don't actually seem to enter their fucking houses. Maybe she's just very high, says OB in the chat there. Maybe she's just standing out in the yard staring at the clothes hanger like, oh my god, the secrets of the universe are revealed to me. It's possible. Unlikely, but possible. It's conceivable. I can't help but notice that her bike that once looked so pretty has been somewhat reduced in its polygon count as well. Although when I click on it and focus on it, oh, that's interesting. When you click on it, it actually begins focusing in on the model. And like beginning to like morph in the higher detail one. That's interesting. That's not a terrible idea though, to maintain, you know, basic performance, so okay, fair enough. Lord of the Possum Donuts who don't say welcome back. Thank you very much, Opossums. Alright, let's actually have a look at some video gameplay then. So we've got little icons popping up here. I'm presuming this lack of labor, lack of high school labor. Company cannot find enough employees, so clearly I need to section out a lot more residential zones, I'm presuming. Okay, very well, let's do that. They seem to be getting supplied with electricity and water and everything, as far as I can tell. So that's nice. Now the question is, where did I get all their money from? I'm presuming I unlocked like a thingity-bob. Like there's some... Okay, yeah, so there's like an unlock tree. Alright. And you need points to unlock it. Is your gas power plant, thermal power line, basic electricity, treatment plant. Okay, fair enough. So I can produce energy with wind turbines. Do I have any idea of where the wind is the windiest? Let's see if I can figure that out, because there's all kinds of little arrows on the map, so I'm presuming they are telling me something. Power plants, electricity trade, wind speed, terrain color, wind speed, direction, terrain color. I mean, I don't see any terrain color. What if I... Okay, it turns the arrows on and off. So, it's the color of the arrows, I'm guessing. So, the redder the arrows, the higher the wind speed. That makes sense, considering, you know, that's on top of mountains and everything. So, having wind turbines up there would be nice. Exceeded city limits. How do I increase my... City limits. I simply purchase city limits. Okay. Can I just, like, buy those two? I can. Alright. Nicey, nice, nice. And can I can indeed. Okay, well, let's just... Electricity produced, 5 megawatts. What if that's... Yes, that's way, way more. Can I rotate these, perchance? That's a very weird rotation system, but very well. 5 megawatts. Alright, I'm just gonna spend a bunch of money on this. Do they not steal wind from one another? They don't seem to. Okay, and how do they transfer electricity? I'm presuming that means that they don't have a pole? Can I have, like, a pole here, or does the pole need to be, like, connected?
Service guarantees citizenship.
Armades commands renewable powers for dependable placement of the conditions, wind difference and pollution, can be upgraded storage battery, solar panels, and advanced rotor design. Current between locations, low voltage, 80 megawatts. Yeah, that should be more than enough, right? 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Alright, so let's just assume that it's going to, like, have an area around it. And then I'll transfer that back over here? No, it's gotta need to be connected. Overlapping items. Not the most intuitive of systems, I must admit. Then again, I did skip the tutorial, so I can't really complain too much, I guess. Transfer high currents coming from power plants to low voltage current usable by buildings. Yep. Transfer station. I mean, you'd think you could just slot it in there, right? But apparently not. Okay. Maybe it can only use high electricity? So you can only connect it directly to roads. That's a bit derp. So how the hell do I connect this then, if I can't connect it to the actual power grid? Because it's a transformer station, it should be able to get high voltage in, obviously. But I guess it can't get high voltage or low voltage out, which seems weird. That seems really weird, actually. Okay. But it can connect to this, so I guess I just feed it directly into the ground grid? That seems weird, but...
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
You
Recent
connect
spikes
it
in
directly
demand have
to
led
the
temporary
road.
Local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand.
So, again, a slightly weird
This has been a
system,
local
but
public
very
service
well.
announcement.
So do I connect these?
Second Moon Radio with your host, J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Tune in
Overlapping
tomorrow
items?
for a second
No.
chance to hear the music of yesteryear.
The leader of the City Services Division is with us in the studio today to talk about why they're
Click.
contracting with outside agencies to provide vital services for our
I
residents.
guess not.
Isn't that going to be costly, Mr. Councilman?
Oh, well, quite frankly, yes. It is an additional expense, but...
Okay, this radio is not particularly fascinating, and... it's not very well voice acted either. As I puzzle my way through the video game. Okay, so it indicates this. That's the indicator, but I can't actually connect it to anything. No, surely not. No. No, there's no way. There's no way. No, there's no way I need to connect each one of these separately, right? Surely not. That'd be very, very stupid. Oh, wait, no, now it worked? Okay. No, you can connect it. It's just very fiddly. Very fiddly. Okay. Okay, select that. No. What the fuck? Because that one's connected now. We've figured it out. We know how it's supposed to work. It's just getting it to work. Does it have to be like that one specifically? Ah, okay. It's got to. Derpy, but fine. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. You just got to select it directly to the things when you're allowed to. That is. Yes, it has to be the power masts. You can't just drag it on the line. You have to connect it to the power masts manually. Okay, a little derpy, but not the worst thing ever. I imagine this is going to lead to some seriously ridiculous spaghetti. I'm already getting nightmares from blah blah blah. That Soviet game, Cities and Resources or something like that. That game has some interesting energy management. Interesting, in a mildly frustrating fashion. There we go. Well, that's one mystery solved. Okay, cool. So that means the wind turbines are now spinning happily and providing me with energy. This is good. Alright, I am now exporting 44.36 megawatts of energy. Well, that's pretty cute, isn't it? Okay, that's nice. Workers and resources. Yes, thank you, chat. There we go. Okay, after a bit of a struggle with the power network. So, experience. You get that when the population increases. That's nice. Services. Medical clinic. Hospital, disease control center, health research center. Medical clinic. So, it's a bit of a large building, don't you think, for a little village? But, okay, fair enough. I'm thinking a medical clinic is probably going to be worthwhile, so people don't start dying randomly, so we might as well plonk down one of those. They've got like nice little snappy tools there, that's lovely. We do like snappy tools. We are an enormous fan of snappy tools. Landfill sends out garbage trucks away from the city, that too probably is pretty useful. I'm suspecting we don't want that quite, directly near habitated areas. So let's drag that out a little bit. Can I build it here? Yes. Yes, I can. Okay, landfill. Do I gotta purchase cars for it? Sends out garbage trucks, so I'm presuming no. I'm presuming no. And it's not giving me any error signals, so I'm guessing that's probably fine. Does it open up the map? Garbage processing, garbage trucks. It does automatically open up the maps, which is quite nice. That's a further 700,000 cash roonies for whatever the hell I just did. And I've unlocked more things. I've unlocked an elementary school. Yay! Elementary school. Okay, so this shows the area it affects. Nice, easy to understand. Alright. I mean, the power was a pinch fiddly, but everything else so far seemed pretty good, right? Okay, this is not getting water. Is that enough because I'm not pumping enough water, or is it because it's not reaching them? No, it is reaching them, which means it's probably got to do with how much water I'm actually pumping. Water availability, yes, it does. Can we upgrade extra pumps? That costs 25,000, and I can upgrade that with an extra pump, which costs 12,500. Upkeep, 7,000 a month. Water output, 50,000 square. Which, compared to that, is 100,000 square. Upkeep, 7,000. Hold on. Is that cumulative? Yes, it is. It's 7... Okay, hold on. Math has never been my strong suit, but okay, 12,500. That's half of 25,000, right? Yeah, yeah, right. And upkeep 10,000. 100,000 square meters, 50,000. What? Isn't that just worse, then? Because it costs half as much, which is nice, and it has 3,000 bucks less upkeep, which is nice, but it pumps half as much water. How exactly does that make sense? Efficiency looks like... Oh, they can't reach the building. Oh, okay, I guess they need to reach it. Alright, okay, well... Overlapping items. Overlapping items. The snap functionality is not great. Overlapping items. What are you overlapping with exactly? And I wish... Okay, it needs to be day so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Dum 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 dum, please be day. Actually, let me turn off the day-night cycle, because not being able to see the video game... There. There we go. Yes, it's much easier when I can actually see the video game. Okay, overlapping items. Overlap... What are you overlapping with? Maybe you need like a smaller road? No? That one, maybe. Okay, right, okay. Right, so... Uh-huh. Seriously? Is that... Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so it just needs to be nearby. Okay, okay. That makes... not a lot of logical sense, I will claim, but fair. Okay, right, okay, I understand. You just need to get nearby, fair enough. Yeah, but like the upgrade actually seems to be just downright worse than just building another pump, which seems a bit retarded, but oh well. It's not the worst thing, it's just a little bit idiotic. Right, so what are my actual expenses? So 7,000 taxes, 1,000 service fees, service trade, expenses, service upkeep. So upkeep is basically what's eating my money right now. Service fees, monthly balance, loans, taxation. Okay. Where's my export actually? Because it mentioned I was exporting energy, didn't it? Yes, I'm exporting 43.6 megawatts. Have I not unlocked it yet? Production requirement Grand Village. Okay, I might not have unlocked it yet. We're selling the access to the outside world, are we? I don't know if we are. That's sort of the problem. I don't know if I need to set the price somewhere or something. All right, let's see here then. Upgrade, advanced road service, advanced roadside decorations, roundabouts, milestones, loan limits, achievements, highways. Okay. Gas power plant. Large-scale energy solutions with moderate pollution emissions. Emergency battery stations. Hydroelectric power plants. Well, the Norwegian in me is obviously going to go for the hydroelectric plant, obviously. Derp, derp, derp. There's no doubt about that. Although, seeing as I don't think I can sell it yet, I don't think there's any point in me building it just yet. Okay, let's focus on unlocking the next level. European-style row houses, small apartment building, density housing, Low density housing. Okay. What does my city need? Low density residential demand is high. Medium density residential demand is high. Commercial demand is nothing. Industrial demand is high as well. Okay. For the moment being, for the shits and giggles of it all, let's just smack down a nice and simple square grid style settlement, shall we? A nice and good old-fashioned boring grid style. For maximum drone-like efficiency, yes. There is something quite automatically satisfying with this type of gameplay, I must admit. Just being able to draw out the zones and then your people kind of move in and build them up as required. It's always been a pretty nice little gameplay loop, I've felt. Alright, so that'll build up more of that. We've already got the thing... A cemetery might be a good idea, yes. I think the cemetery gets to be right next to the school. You know, to inform the children where they're going. That's a fucking huge cemetery for... That's a fucking huge cemetery for 183 people. Oh my Jesus. Was there nothing smaller? No, there's two buildings, a cemetery and a crematorium. Okay. Really? Uh-huh. Okay, that's, limiting, but very well. Okay, rightio. That is very limiting. Ground shaping tools. Good. Little bit of poop being pumped into the water. That's fine. We're not drinking that water, so that's okay. You could just pump that out there. Ah, levels. Money that is left over after paying rent and upkeep is used to augment the level of buildings. If the occupant's wealthy declines, the building may end up abandoned. However, as a high upkeep costs, but they also consume less water and electricity and produce less garbage. Really? Wealthier houses produce less garbage. I question the logic in this, but if you say so, I guess I'll accept it. So it needs way more low density. I am entirely aware, by the way, chat, that I'm setting myself up for some interesting gridlock in the future. Don't you worry. I understand I'm planning for a lot of pain in my immediate future, but I'm just going to make a nice, densely populated little localized area here for now. Just to get loads of people in there and try to get up to level 4 so I can see if there is indeed an export-import style system in the game. Those are some luxurious backyards, I must say. Luxurious areas in between the houses, too, for some mysterious reason. It's like, why is nobody building there? I don't know, Bob. They just don't like it, I guess. I don't actually have any public... I don't actually have any public transit yet, do I? It unlocks at Grand Village. Okay, well, I guess we're just rushing for Grand Village, then. Simple as. Incidentally, what happens if I buy something and then bulldoze it? Pop Music Mansion. Alright, sure. I need to fit pop music. Pop star living there loves to throw? What? +2 well-being within 500 meters. What? Oh, you just hire a pop star to live there and he'll make people happy in a 500-meter radius? Is that how that works? Oh, okay. Right, well, if you say so, I have no immediate reason to doubt you, so, we'll just plonk that down there, I suppose. Okay, Fair enough. Can I... Okay, what would the... Okay, I need to figure out what the okay, water tower, right. 60,000 bucks, right? So we're gonna build it. And if I delete it, do I... 100... so I get some of the money back, but not a lot. Okay. Large village, that gives me a police station,
Harrison's
welfare
the question.
office.
Fire is the answer.
Police headquarters, obviously. We immediately need to bring the boot of the law down upon our unbelieving community. Apparently crime is already skyrocketing. We'll place it right next to the pop star's house because he's important and requires extra protection. Fuck the local community. The pop star is far more valuable to me. Upkeep $20,000 a month. Jesus Christ, it's expensive to be on fire. Yet again, the pop star is obviously the most valuable member of our community, so he gets immediate protection. Everybody else is just going to have to wait whilst their house burns down around them. Such is the stratified society I'm constructing. Sandoom don't students say planning for the future deaths by industry arch. Deaths by industry? Well, that's what the graveyard's for, you know? Marksman on 17B says, welcome back, Uncle Arch. Thank you very much. How far am I away from Grand Village? Quite a little bit. Incineration plant. Recycling plant. Crematorium. Ah, yes. Now that's how you truly plan for dead people. By cremating them. $45,000 a month. Jesus Christ, it's more expensive to start the fires than to put them out, it seems. Oh, I don't know if I want to pay another 45,000 bucks a month for a crematorium. I think people get to rot in the dirt where they belong, actually. Jesus Christ. It's expensive to be dead. Good gracious gods. Okay, well, yeah. So I'm presuming that's the number of squares I've unlocked. The map's pretty fucking tiny, isn't it? Like, can I not go any further? Like, what is all this? Just dead space? It's not a very large map. It's actually a goddamn tiny map. Okay, hold on. Map. I was expecting that to kind of be the map, but... There you go, natural resources. Okay, so... what are these colors? There's something yellow over here. Yellow is fertile land. Okay, I've built on top of the fertile land. Unfortunate, but such things happen on occasion. Wood is green. That makes a certain amount of sense. Ore is blue. Okay. And that's oil. Okay. Alright, well, fucking beeline it for the oil, obviously. What else? What else am I supposed to do? Beep, beep, beep. There you go. Beeline for the oil. Immediately. That's the important part. To be fair, Norway also has a long and proud history of forestry, so let's get a little bit of that too. Mining... There's not a tremendous amount of mining in Norway's history. Permits used... Oh, am I out of land already? Okay. Norway does not have a tremendous history of mining, I will say. There's a little bit in there, a little bit here and there, definitely. But not a lot, not a ton. Industrial zone. Specialized industry. Ah, we've got to unlock it, of course. Anyway, for his livestock. Okay, well, never mind. I can't actually do anything with the specialized resources. Industrial manufacturing? Does that want to be there? Why would that... Why would it want to be on top of the groundwater?
I have lost shit.
I'm a little bit confused by that, but okay. Right, well, we're gonna set up a... I probably want more than a single... I probably want more than a 2-lane road there, don't I? Yeah, I probably do. For the future creation of an oil industry. Oh, did I manage to turn the grid locking off? Because I didn't want that. Oh, it just doesn't snap. Okay, interesting. Why does it not snap? I guess it's because the road is not straight, and so the game doesn't understand what a straight line is in this context. Okay, well. In that case, off to the go side you go. Alright, let's just make another nice, lovely, square industrial area here. There, stunning and brave. If you haven't noticed, chat, I am not what one might call a creative builder. I am the, hey, my city needs more blue, slap down more blue type of builder. Very, very much so, in fact. Right, well, I can have some more blue there. I can have a bit of blue there as well. And I don't want any more blue there, but I can have some blue there. There you go. More blue. Carl Forever donates 20 Danish kroner to say, dead people are free fertilizer. They are indeed. Is the power plant offline or something? I need hashtag electricity. I don't think so. Yeah, no, we're seemingly overflowing with electricity. I don't know where the hell you live. Oh, over here, I'm guessing, right? Okay. Alright, fine. You need electricity, that's okay. That's alright, I understand. And, then we can slot that into the road. Can I? No, it's already slotted into the road, never mind. I just need to do this instead. Right. And then I plonk that into that, which I can't because I haven't bought that land, and apparently that's important. Like, how dare you? You don't have a zoning permit for that area. Huh. This is why people hate bureaucrats. There we go. Apparently it also needs water and waste. God damn spoiled little pieces of shit. What can I say? Can I just, like... No, I don't think so. Okay, right. The snap-on system is really weird. Like, I have... the snap-on system just feels weird. I don't know what the hell I'm snapping to half the fucking time. Overlapping items. Okay. Am I even attached to the right thing? I have no fucking clue. There? How the... That's not attached, is it? It is. Somehow that's...
I have lost. Shit.
Very well. Sure, fine, okay. Tyler donates $2 say the European allergy to straight parallel roads. You shouldn't have straight roads. It's bad for you, okay? It's not something you should do. You should build pretty like with little curves and spinny things and shit. That's what you should do. You shouldn't build like I do. You shouldn't, but I do. Not enough customers. due to lack of customers. Well, isn't that just terrible? Apparently now I need more dense green. Okay. Right, let's further worsen our future conveyance situation by dunking down some more dense green. Speaking of, fire and rescue. Oh yeah, it's well within range. No need to worry about that. No problems whatsoever. People will get to where they need to be, simple enough. I know they do make noise, it's just that they make very little noise. Oh, turning off the radio also turns off the music. Alright, that wasn't quite what I had intended, but fair enough. I was hoping for an option to turn off either radio or music. So it is incredibly noisy. I can barely hear myself think. Is it? Is it? I have no idea, sir. I guess it is. Healthcare? What, is the medic clinic? The medic... I'm feeling like this feedback isn't particularly worthwhile. Remain healthier. I mean, the healthcare clinic seems to be doing pretty fucking swell as far as I can tell. But our education system is amazing, I guess. Ambulance, space for others. Yeah, I don't think I need either of those things, honestly. I think I've got plenty. I think I've got more than enough. Okay, I got another one of the things. The little thingity things. There. So, these are like weird little, like, buff buildings. Well, I mean, it's like a reward, you know, and if you want to, like, build a super area, you can build, like, loads of these, I guess. I don't hate it. It's a cute little addition, and it adds in a little bit to break up the skyline, I guess, and rewards for building, so that's fair. Now, what I'm a little bit curious about here, let's have a look at the simulation again. Is this actually, like using anything? Requires timber. Import from outside the city. Goods come around sold locally or exported. Okay, so this one needs timber. Right. Let's keep an eye on it then. Because I'm presuming it's going to have to need... Since I'm not producing timber, it's going to need timber deliveries. You'd think. What about the employees? 18 employees. Can I see the employees? Going to work. Sonata family, residence Form Street, comfortable. Teak Steel Company. Okay, that's nice. So they do simulate people going back and forth. That's pretty cute. Okay, let's see. Do you have a car? So you went to work, you touched the building, and you immediately turned around to go back home again. Uh-huh. Weird. What about you? Strong arm mixing. Destination strong arm mixing. Okay.
Service guarantee.
Let's say
city.
Isabel Saunders then. Where's she going? Is she going to the right place? Waven Woo.
I have lost.
Strong arm mixing. Strong arm mixing. Cherry Street. North notes. Pile stack. It's all the way at the end, isn't it? Yay, level 4. That'll finally allow me to bring public transportation to my people. That way they won't have to walk for years to get to work. Where the hell? There it is. Strong arm mixing. Okay. Sandoom donates a generous $20. Thank you very much, sir. Saying, Arch, I've been rewatching your Yuvath lore video, and it made me curious, are there any other uniques and cool things in the Hell Stars or Ghoul Stars area of the Imperium? I love the Yuvath and their crazy warp structure. There are quite a few other, like, mini empires and stuff, but very few of them have much, if anything, in the real way of lore. Like, usually just like a 2 or 3 lines in a source book somewhere. Alright, strong arms mixing, and she goes up and she enters the building, and then she is actually going to work. Alright, nice. So they Aha. Well, I was about to say they do actually go to work, but no, they don't. They go to work for about a minute in game time, at which point they turn around and they leave work again. Okie dokie then. I see. Yeah, I'd like such working hours too, chap. That seems pretty swell, frankly. Victor Ortiz donates $5. Thank you very much. Saying, hello, Arch. I have a question for you. Would a power sword or a weapon in general be able to block a lightsaber? Theoretically, I would say yes, because a power sword functions by disrupting stuff around it. Like, it disrupts things, it tears apart the molecules and the atoms of something. And since a lightsaber is demonstrably a solid object, it must be made up of either some sort of atom structure or light waves or radiation or vibrations or whatever, but it must have some sort of cohesive structure. Otherwise it couldn't be, you know, a sword shape. So, yes, probably. I haven't seen a single truck. Like, I would have expected there to be, like, assloads of trucks coming down here, like, importing and exporting goods. But I have not seen a single truck at all. Not a one. There's no trucks parked here either. I mean, this one has stuff stored, apparently. Pile stack. Vehicles and maintenance vehicles in use 0 out of 3. So it got resources from somewhere. I'm just wondering where. Oh, truck. Okay. Wokingham. Any more lines? Okay, so it's coming from out of city and just leaving, I guess. Okay, there's a truck. An empty truck. Cargo 52 kilograms of wood. That's fucking great. That is absolutely fucking great. It's carrying 52 kilograms of wood on an enormous fucking semi-trailer. Where's it delivering it? Mill Street. What? What? Why? Why? Why did you deliver 50? What? What? You just... Here's your 52 kilograms of untreated lumber, sir. Oh, thank you. It's just what I needed to finish my house. What? All right. Okay. I'm confused. Okay, what are you bringing? Okay, so there is a logistical system. Another 52 kilograms and 50. Why? Why are you bringing 52 kilograms of random fucking lumber? Like, madam, your wood has arrived. Oh, thank you. My husband just can't get it up anymore. I need my frequent wood deliveries to remain satiated. That's a nifty turn, though. That's a very nifty turn. Okay. So there is some semblance of a logistical system, at least to the private sectors. I've yet to see anything coming and going to the industrial sector, which you'd think would be devouring quite a bit of resources. Oh, hello? No, it's empty. Okay. Okay, are you gonna export something? Cargo? There you go. Okay, there we are. Right, so there is a logistical system. It's just quite weird. Alright, okay. That's nice to know. It's nice to know that, you know, stuff doesn't just teleport into your city. That's useful. Hippie Hegemony donates $5 to say, "Hail Overlord, thank you for the decades of entertainment. Hard days, are made easier thanks to you. Thank you very much, sir." Okay, right. Now that we've known that, I think we should probably start working on some... That's a very large bus depot. On some sort of a logistical system, then. Alright, well, if that's just fueling and storage, then we might as well put that over here, right? Because nobody's going to care if it's stinky, I'm presuming. A terminal could access the platform, actual bus charge station. A terminal? A terminal. A bus terminal. Okay, so that's like where... Okay, wait, can they not leave from the bus... Okay, so I guess they can leave from the bus depot, but they need a bus terminal to actually
service guarantees citizenship.
Enter the city. I'm presuming. Okay. I have no idea how far people are willing to walk to get to a bus, so I'm just going to be optimistic, and I'm going to place like one there, one there, one there, and one there. You know, nice and simple. And then, I mean, if they're willing to walk from there to there, I'm thinking this is a relatively reasonable bus route, in my humble opinion, at least. Right. Okay. Alright, and we'll add like one very simple quick route there, just to like grab people. And there. And we'll make one there, which will just carry people over like so, and then return over there. Nice and simple. Right, let's try that first and foremost. Oh, that's an interesting slant. It's a very interesting slant. Now what? Anything gonna happen? You're connected to the road, right? Yes. I was kind of expecting buses to arrive. Connect. No. Do I just need to wait? Efficiency 110% apparently. Okay, maybe people just need to reach it before it gets active, so we'll wait a little bit. Sandugo should also say she just got fired from her job for being late. Maybe. She did have to walk to her job, so that's an excuse. Wilson says, building name Augestion, restaurant, saucy, skimpy, Skaven sandwich shop. Think Hooters, only all the waitresses are rat girls. Ah, catering to the furry population, I see. Alright, I'm guessing these are going to go over to the bus depot, and then they're going to get in the buses and start their routes. Maybe. I don't know where the hell he's going. Oh, he's got to go to the bus depot first. Okay, fair enough. I did make bus routes, though, didn't I?
Service guarantees
Okay,
citizenship.
did I not save them? Ugh. Thank you, chat. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Save? Save button. I figured once I, you know, clicked away, that would save it. Buses? Apparently not. Uh-huh. Okay. Blah. Alright. Well, that's actually slightly more economical, I guess. And then over there again. Right. Save. Help. Save. Enter. Is it? No, it isn't. God damn it. Stop signs. Yeah, so it's gotta... I can't click on that, so it's obviously have to start from the station. Derp. Right, then you go up there, then you go up there. Right? Right. Do you... Oh, why, though? Can't you just assume that you return to the fucking station at the end of the day? Never mind. Okay, fine, very well. We'll do it the hard way then. Alright, there you go. Right, and then you are gonna unload there, and I guess you're gonna... It's a bit of a dumb system. It's a bit of a dumb system, I can't lie, but okay, fair enough. You happy now? Are you happy now? You are. Okay. Now we'll see buses. There we go. There's the fucking buses. There you go. That's a lot of buses. Do I need that many buses? I guess I do. I hope they space them out automatically. Okay, well, we've got like a dozen buses heading out into the city, so that should hopefully start picking people up and shunting them over here where they can get the bus stop to their working area. Ideally speaking, that will be how this works. A taxi office. I'm not going to bother with that just yet. A small park. 1+ outdoor recreation. Ooh. How very fanciful. Yes. We shall have recreative outdoor areas. That's a lot of XP. We shall not have a campfire site. The campfire site is simply too large, goddammit. Yes, random plazas. Plonked down in the middle of nowhere, for no apparent reason. Delectable. That is a lot of XP. A small playground. Here, you can have a small playground too. Well, aren't they just happy-wappy now? I bet you they are thrilled. Not enough customers. I need more people to buy their garbage. Okay, fair enough. Are these actually picking people up? See, 2 people. I really feel like we didn't need this many buses. Huh? That's a very retarded sound. Is she gonna walk all the way down there to the pedestrian sidewalk? She is, isn't she? Oh no, she isn't. Okay, they're kind of intelligent. Somebody just ran in there. I want to see if he comes popping back out again. Yep, there he is. Let's see if she comes popping. Yep, there she is. Okay, so the whole worker simulation is basic at best, shall we say. I'm curious now. Alright, David Saunders is going back home. Let's see what David Saunders does when he gets back home, shall we? I do need to check the exports, that's right, chat. Best words I've done $2 to say, or ask more correctly, who the thumbnail waifu based on? The artist's imagination. His pure, unfettered, unaltered imagination. No particular inspiration. Okay. He's going to 85 Mill Street. I do like how the streets are actually named correctly. That's really cool. That's a very nice little touch. I could use some wider roads. As you can see, it's actually like 115, 114, 113, etc. That's a very nice touch. I like that. That's really cute. Right, 85 Mill Street, and then he gets out. He's poorly educated. I can tell. He's a ginger. Then he gets in, and then he goes and stands in the yard for a bit. And then he instantly... Did you change your... I think he changed his clothes. That's kind of cool. Take steal. And now he's going back to... He's going fucking back to work again. Dude, you just you just came from work. You just came from there though. Buddy, are you? Oh yeah, I just put in 5 minutes of work. I gotta go back. I must return to the teak steel company where I belong. Yes. Yes. Working on 90. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Is he done yet? Is he done yet? Oh my god, is he putting in like a full shift? It's been several minutes now. Is the system finally working? Is he actually like gonna stay there now for a while and actually like do the work? My god, I think he is. Okay. Right. Simulation system is derpy, but it exists. Like it does simulate people going to work and going back to their homes, because he's living in 85 Mill Street, and that's where he came from, and that's where he will return to, and now he is actually staying at work as well. Okay, nice. So there is definitely a bit more of that simulation aspect to it. Okay. It's not a great simulation by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I noticed the buses are still driving around practically empty, as the game hasn't really done a good job of, you know, determining how many buses it needs on the routes. I don't know if the people are even using the buses. I'd expect, you know, for a few more of them to be using buses, but apparently most of them are just using cars. Cars or bikes? I'm guessing there's probably a way to make them not. It's claiming to have 115% efficiency. Passengers waiting 0. Okay. Make gas expensive. That's actually okay. You know, let's see. Services. Right. Okay. Electricity, service fee, budget. Service fee using electricity. One sewage. Can I? I don't think I can actually. Now, tragically, I don't think I can. Alright, production. I am producing nothing, apparently. Okay, so what about material goods? So, okay, alright, materials. I'm producing no materials, fair enough, because I'm not actually producing any materials. What about production? Okay, so there's the production. Export. 4 tons, 5 tons, 3 tons. Okay. But do I earn anything from that? Okay. Is there a toll or something? Can I do like a traffic toll? Woodcote Bridge? Nope. Because I don't see any way to like... Because it says I'm exporting electricity, right? Maybe I'm not anymore. Maybe I'm buying electricity now. Let's... Alright, electricity traded, 36. Is there like not a... Is there not actually like a selling system at all? Roadside parking fees, recycling, speed bumps, energy consumption awareness, pollution management, busy town, oil drilling. I don't know if there actually is an export system. If it is, I'm having a hard time nailing it down. Electricity. Ah, there it is. Okay, there you go. Export. Okay, right. Export. So you can export electricity. Does this earn me anything? Surplus, production, steel. I don't think I earn anything from this other than taxation, but I can export electricity. I'm exporting 90,000 at the moment. Alright, let's see if I can export more electricity then, because I did get that hydroelectric dam early on. Didn't I? Okay, no I didn't. Okay. Let me get that. Let me look at that. Electricity. There, hydroelectric. So how does this work then? Revamp water turbines come up good with advanced turbines. Okay. Can I just like elevation too low, not on shoreline. Okay, interesting. Let me purchase that tile. That's kind of neat. I kind of like that. That's kind of cute. Does that use... Yes, that uses big boy power lines. Alright, let's build out the big boy power lines. Just move it right over there. And is it going to need a road connection? I'm presuming it is. Huh? Oh, that's an interesting snap point. Listen, straight roads. Straight roads are God's gift to man. Perfectly straight roads. I don't even know if it needs people. It does,
Here's the
employees.
question. Fire is the answer.
0.7 kilowatts. Wow. That is so absolutely totally not worth it in the slightest. Wow, that is actually garbage. Holy shit. That's unfathomably terrible. That is costing 1,000,000 billion times what I needed to. Holy shit. This was an enormous waste of money. This was a tremendous waste of money. Oh my god. 1.4 kilowatts. That's awful. Well, it's something, I guess. Oh well. How much is that producing then? Actually, it's exporting precisely nothing at the moment. Is it not connected? No, it's connected. Low water depth. Aha, okay, yep, so it's low water depth. So it needs more Wasser. I see. Wasser. Wir mussten haben Wasser. It comes from a magical, mystical water source up there. There are more magical, mystical water sources coming from up here. But I have a sneaking suspicion that beginning to flood this area might be unfortunate, considering the, location of all of the stuff around here. Oh well. It was a cute experiment, but I do believe it has failed. Miserably. Quite miserably indeed. Wind power is the only way to earn money here. Wind power. Countless wind turbines scattered across the land. What about a coal power plant? Geothermal power plant. Requires groundwater. Let's try that. That sounds funny. Nope, not that one. Yes, continue to spend money. Continue to not worry about the fact that we are actually losing money hand over fist. That's fine. 750,000. Well, I hope this works. I really do hope this works. Oh, it's even got a little one. And connect it with a little alleyway. What does that mean? Oh, did that not actually connect to anything? There. Employees. 22 people. 159 megawatts. That's better. That is decidedly better. The upkeep, however, is also decidedly more interesting. I think we can blow this up. There. Upkeep 10,000 a month. Okay, so if you're taken out of service, it costs a lot less per month. That makes sense.
Service guarantees citizenship.
487,000. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit. It's still an enormous minus, mind you. A ridiculously huge minus, mind you. But that's something. That is still an absolutely ridiculously massive minus. Okay, let's continue adding to the enormous congestion in my city by building out, well, more everything, actually, because I think I need more everything. I am in fact almost certain that I need more everything. Continue the square boxes of absolute maximum efficiency. There was a hole in that square box. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Oh. Housing. More low-density housing. More. Cram as many tiny little screaming human beings in there as you possibly can. You must provide more customers. I also believe we must provide our people with more pollution. I built massive roads here. That's right. For some reason, I built massive roads over here. I cannot remember the rationale for that. beyond a big truck need big place, I guess. Which seemed to make a tremendous amount of sense at the moment, where at the time. Right now, I'm more skeptical as to my rationale, but nevertheless. I'm kind of wondering if the goddamn buses are worth it, but... I suppose if we're gonna just build an enormous amount of randomized housing up here, some bus coverage would not go amiss necessarily. Alright, and bus lane. Let's see, go all the way up there. That is a really, really stupid path to take, but you know what? That's fine. What's the worst that can happen? More pointless traffic? Nah. Pointless traffic is good. It's what we live for. Maximize the traffic. Apparently, we need a lot more well, we're building high-density residential areas. What's wrong with you? We've got loads of it. Low-rent housing. Oof, for riffraff? Okay. Alright, we'll build a little bit of riffraff housing as well, then, if you absolutely demand and desire it. Office demands. Offices? Really? You think this populace is going to be educated enough for offices, are you? Okay, well... We'll give it a go. I'm not entirely convinced myself, but if you say so. Are you overloaded yet? No, you have 8 patients. You're not even noticing. It's like, we need customers. I'm working on it. Neo 2 donuts 2 don't say Arch. You need roundabouts. Always roundabouts. Roundabouts are for pussies and losers. We need to maximize the amount of big, dumb buildings, creating the maximum quantity of traffic in all directions.
I have lost. Shit.
That's how real men play City Skylines. And to be fair, the traffic AI has gotten a lot better. Like, this would already have been pretty severely congested at this point. Although, I wonder if I don't have I don't know, parking lot? At some point, maybe? A parking lot would be nice, I feel like. Large-scale energy pollution. There you go, parking areas.
I have lost.
That makes sense. I was wondering where the parking was, because there's a lot of cars everywhere, and there's no parking at all. Which seems... well... fucking retarded, frankly. What? Is that a house? Right, parking lot there. And yes. What do you put in between 2 parks? A parking lot, of course. It's extra parkable in that way. This place is going to require a ridiculous amount of parking, isn't it? Well, they're just going to have to fucking suck it up, aren't they? They are just going to have to suck it up. I wonder if they'll use it. Well, the buses are using it to turn around, I guess. That's something. That is definitely something. Definitely something. Okay, how much do these cost? 25,000. That's rather expensive. But the only thing that so far I've been able to find that actually makes money is electricity. which seems like a bit of a silly thing, as I've been surviving purely off of the enormous random injections of cash that you get now. That's like the only thing that's been keeping me above ground. Now, to be fair, I have been faffing about a lot, so there is that as well. The faffing about has not aided me in my pursuit of... Are you connected? No, I don't think so. Has not aided me in my pursuit of monetary success. Slopes too steep. I don't know about that. I think it looks pretty... I don't know. Does that look too steep to you? No. I think the average mountain goat would have no problems with that whatsoever. That is an interesting building method, though. They just make like a giant hole in the ground. Come on, you pussies. Slope too steep. Like, if you can get up here to build the windmill, I'm sure you can get up here to build a little bit of energy line as well. Come on. What are you? Vaginas? There. Well, my deficit has gone down slightly, but not by what we would call a lot, necessarily. Alright, there is only one thing to do. Taxation. Enormous taxation. I feel like that only actually increased it. Okay, well, the service fee goes up. You will be paying me far more for absolutely everything. Yes. Tax go up. Tax go to near Norwegian standards. I mean, fuck, this isn't even close to Norwegian standard taxes. I've still got another 10% before we reach those lofty heights, but it'll do for the time being. Traffic jam, you little wussies. Just drive. Use your brand new parking lot. It'll fix the traffic jam. And use the buses, you fucking morons. Actually, let's see here. Where's the tax on traffic? A road tax? Oh, I can't have a road tax? Well, that sucks. Why can't I have a road tax? Norway has road taxes. Tisk, 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 tisk. Now, yes, to be fair, I am currently routing literally all of my traffic through one singular solitary intersection. This is not an intelligent thing to do, but it is what I have elected to do. So, get fucked. I suppose. Your mayor has decided that this is good enough. Okay, maybe the mayor will be kind enough to give you one exit ramp. There you go. Right, are they actually... They are actually intelligent enough to go like, oh, this is shorter, let's go there. Cool. We've now moved the problem from here to here. Brilliant. And hey, it's worked. See, this works way better. JD, don't say just invite migrants. They'll pay for everything. That's true. Citizens' happiness increased. Good. They're enjoying their increased taxes. God, I still need low-density residentials, do I? Christ, I feel like I built a lot of it, though. Alright. More low-density housing. Coming right up. There you go. They do need more industry. Fair enough. Do I have any cool industries now? I have forestry. Does forestry just consist of building? I think it does. It's like, is that it? Forestry, a hut. How much does the hut cost? Add a new node here. What?
Service guarantees citizenship.
Excusez-moi? I don't know what the hell the nodes are, but okay. I have no idea what the nodes are. Well, let's see. Gravel roads, that's all you deserve here in the middle of nowhere. Maybe we shouldn't branch that directly into the road. That seems silly. Let's make it a little spur of the road instead, yes. There, nice, lovely little gravel roads. Oh, and they come with electricity. Huh, neat. Do they come with water, sewage? They remarkably enough do. Okay. Is it just... Am I imagining things, or I thought, like... There's a free water fee. Like, because I was pretty sure, right, in City Skylines 1, wasn't there, like, a whole system with this? So that when you selected the industry, you need to, like, make an industrial area. And there was, like, logging camps, and there was, like, vehicle maintenance and sawmills and all kinds of stuff. Because this system seems a pinch simplified. Like, what? Is a grain farm just a farm? Yes, the grain farm is it's just... Yeah, okay, that is remarkably simplified. It's just... You just, like, build a farm? What? Oh, no, it's like... Is this the... Is this the field? Oh, that's the field you're making me... draw out. Is it? Yes? Alright, are you, Okay, I am not sure what it wants me to do yet again. Does it have to be square? So if I do like this, and like this, like that? Aha, okay. Right, that makes a certain amount of sense. It's still a ridiculously simplistic system, especially compared to Skylines 1, but I get it. Okay, alright, that makes more sense. Snow! Okay, that means I've completely fucked these up, though. Can I... Yes, I can. I can add to it later. Good. Or can I? Ah, yeah, there we go. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay, and then it's marked. Drag, 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 drag. This could be a pinch easier to see, but... that's a relatively minor complaint, everything considered. Okay. So now they'll start producing stuff. For some reason, the police elected to pay the little farm a visit, you know, just to make sure that they weren't conducting any violent criminal activities out there in the wood chopping fields. You can never be too certain. That has abandoned. Ach, mein Gott. The taxes are driving people out. Ah, right. Roads. They do so tremendously like their roads. Did that not connect? Apparently not. Very finicky. There. This has so far only added to my deficits, which is not ideal. Okay, the population number is still increasing, so everything is not going to hell in a handbasket just yet. But it's not necessarily going not to hell either. Can I draw out the area manually? Yes, I can. Good. There. That's more industrial zones. A little bit of poop. I should start pumping the poop up here, actually, to start filling it up. Eventually... oh, hey! Look at that! Flooding mechanics! Whee! That's going to make it a pinch complicated... oh. She don't care. She just don't care. She just don't care. She just don't care, not one little itty bitty bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, less. Am I raising or am I lowering this? I mean, I was hoping I was raising. There, lovely. I've created a little puddle where people can get clean before they go to go to their workplace. Very intelligent of me, I think. Right, is this now able to produce... Not really yet, no. But it's getting there. It's getting there. I do like this. This is a really cool system that I quite do enjoy. Like, the idea of being able to, like, make reservoirs like this, that's quite neat. I do feel I need to, you know, get a lot more water in there before it's actually become worth anything, but it's a cool little idea. Electricity is the only thing that's actually earning money at the moment. And even then, only just. You know what? I think we can increase the cost of electricity a little bit further. Maintenance and resources. I'd love a little bit more for, like, detailed breakdown. Zero to 2 megawatt, low, high voltage, 3,000 upkeep a month. Would that add to it or decrease from it? Because right now, what is it? 29,191. I'm presuming it's not updated yet. A lot of the upgrades don't really seem to be worth it, do they? They seem to cost quite a lot and not necessarily be all that tasty. 153 megawatts. The geothermal power plant, though, is quite nice. Upkeep. Yeah, the upkeep on everything is really stupendously large. So, like this thing here. The plant as it is now produces 153 megawatts, and that costs 300,000 upkeep. If I were to get this upgrade, it would add on 100 megawatts and cost 200,000. That's not really an upgrade, necessarily, especially as I'm also going to need to pay 375,000 for it to begin with. Which increases power output somewhat. Upkeep 75,000 for 0 to 50. It's like, these seem so useless. Like, this one seems okay. At least that gives me 50 megawatts for 75,000. That might be worth it. Might. Very much so might. Let's see. Vegetable farms. Stone mining. Coal mining. Coal mining would be nice. Especially if I make a coal power plant. Since so far the only thing that seems to be making money is just electricity. I wonder, is there a way to export water, perchance? Because there was... It did mention it. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Or at least it's not within... range, if it is. That would be mildly retarded, exporting water. Upgrade is mostly for saving build space, I think, says Phoenix092. Yep. Yeah, you're probably correct. In all due likelihood. More low-density zones, more I don't think there... Is there commercial about? Like, they're still complaining about customers, so I don't really think there is. Monthly... Jesus Christ. I feel like the more I build, the more everything costs. I haven't really found any way to actually earn any money yet, beyond building more electricity. Honestly, building industry feels like it actually screwed things over more, because now that's costing more electricity that I'm not exporting. Unironically, I feel like exporting the electricity is way more useful than building industry. I wonder. Okay, let's see. Surrounding cities. So, the service trade. Healthcare services. Yeah, so that's electricity. Taxes. Yeah, it's not even comparable. Like, that's the electricity income. That's taxes. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. The only thing that's earning me money is electricity. And the service upkeep is what's eating all of it. Because everything has enormous service upkeep. Because the more I'm looking at it, I don't think any of this matters. I would love to be able to click in on this and go like, what are you doing? What are you earning? And I don't think there's a way to do that. Because I'm producing a surplus of lumber, but I have no idea what that translates into. Now, I'm probably shipping some of that to material goods to produce timber, which I'm then exporting. But that doesn't seem to produce anything. From a company's monthly profits. So I'm guessing all that's producing is if the company makes a profit, then that turns into a tiny bit of taxes, which makes sense. That's, you know, how taxation works. Fair enough. But it's producing nothing. It is producing absolutely nothing. It's producing $5,000. $5,000 is... It's not enough to pay for a fourth of the elementary school. So this entire area right here, this entire industrial area, is not paying for... It's paying for 1/5 of the school. The services, the residential services, that's taxes higher. Commercial... The residential services are worth something. That's 136, but even then, that is a fifth of just producing power. I get a feeling the economy's just kind of borked, frankly. Yeah, I've got a very, very big feeling that the economy's kind of borked. Phoenix 092, making commercial loans viable, and your industry will increase your income massively, because right now both generate almost nothing because they sell nothing locally. I mean, yeah, but what are they supposed to sell locally, though? Like what? Are they just gonna go sell to the commercial stores? But even the commercial stores are just complaining about not enough customers. So if anything, I would just need more numbers of people. But even then, like, again, like, look at this sized area here. That's the amount of people I have, which is not enough to satisfy the local produce, or the local demand for it. I mean, producing more locally would presumably cut down on the cost. But the thing is, I have no idea what anything costs. Let's see. City statistics. Because the question is, what does what does lumber cost imported, and what does lumber cost produced locally? Because I'm producing lumber right now, so you'd think the lumber trades would be doing great, and they are. They are producing a massive surplus, so they must also be exporting. But what does any of that cost? Is there a price category anywhere? Because you can see I'm producing a surplus of 110 tons of timber. Which would in turn then mean that the timber and the furniture industry should be doing amazing, but they're not. In fact, they're doing absolutely terribly. They've got a deficit, in fact. So I don't know where the hell this 110 ton of wood is actually going. But more importantly, I'd love to know what exactly stuff costs. Because I don't think the game's telling me. Let's see. Crime rate, education, company count, trade value. Okay, here we go. So the price of timber has basically not changed in the slightest. This brown thing, is that garbage? I think that's garbage. What? The price of garbage has increased? I suppose? I think? Is that because... So that's because that's full, I'm guessing. Technically full. Create a district. Relocate. For garbage collection. Okay. Interesting. Let me see. Where was the garbage dump building thingy? Garbage dump. Garbage dump. So that's the landfill. It's not a very big landfill. Can I get a better landfill? Let's see. Garbage. And produces electricity from heat. That actually sounds just great to me. But it does cost $1 million. Holy Christ. And the upkeep is $210,000 a month. Oh my god, that is my entire city's income, practically. Holy shit. I'm guessing I'm then just dumping the garbage out of the cities. That's why the price increased, because you're basically paying other people to take care of it for you, I'd wager. There's no lumber mills, no. So I have the logs, and they seem to be shipping out, and the logging centers seem to be doing gangbusters. It's just that it doesn't seem to actually be translating into any of the other buildings. There seems to be very, very little of a simulation of a local economy. Like, stuff doesn't go where you'd expect it to go. Because right now they're just complaining about... Because they're complaining that there's not enough customers, even as they're complaining that there's more commercial demand, and there's more demand for low density. Now, that might have to do with the either taxes or the fact that it's spread out, and it shouldn't be. Maybe it like needs commercials like there. But for right now, it is blatantly obvious that the by far best way of earning money, by a million miles, is just building electricity plants. It is 5 times more effective than the closest competitive one, which is taxes. And that is with the taxes put up as well. That is not a great design right there. There doesn't seem to be a good supply system. Because, I'm expecting a lot more stuff to be going in and out of this place, and it's just not. Like, this place is at the exact same quantity of timber it was when we started streaming, I'm pretty sure. Produces metals. Whatever simulation of the economy is going on, it's very, very basic, I think. And it's kind of hidden. See, what I would love, again, I would love to be able to click on one of these buildings, and let's see, is there anything... I can't actually click on anything here. Because I would love to be able to go, okay, how much is this getting a profit? Is it earning a profit? Is it earning a deficit? What is the price of textiles? What is the price of cotton? Where are you getting cotton from? Are you producing the cotton at a... Like, are you producing the textiles at a higher cost than the cotton? Like, what is your production margins? Like, what is your income? What is your tax level, etc.? And none of that information, I think, is available. The only information that is available is this, and you can see there. At first, I thought this was just the price of, like, timber. No, if you look very closely, and it's kind of difficult because I can't zoom on this, that is every single resource right there. That is every single resource. It has barely moved. The only thing that has moved is garbage. That is it. So this is all of the resources. None of them are moving. They're all fixed prices. I mean, you can see like the tiniest dunk there in... I'm not sure, honestly. And a slight increase, I think. Sentinel Rex donates $2 to say, are there any games that get economy right or good? Yes. In fact, I've been sitting here thinking, Workers and Resources is a much better game than this so far. Is a lot better. Is a much better game than this, actually, so far. Right, let me see if I can borrow like $1 million. Right, let me borrow like $1 million, right? And let me build... Because right now I'm just experimenting. I'm doing that pretty much the whole game. Let me build The incineration plant. Like there. Which, amusingly enough, gave me another $1 million, which is kind of adorable. It's like, you built that huge thing, here, have another $1 million. Thank you. I appreciate it. I needed it. Because in Workers and Resources, you know exactly the cost of everything. It tells you precisely. And you need to actually move it to the side. Like, when you produce X amount of tons of whatever, you need to actually move that over the border. And every time a shipment reaches the border, you are awarded with the amount of money that the shipment is cost. You even have dual currencies, dollars and rubles. So that sometimes it's better to use rubles, sometimes it's better to use dollars, depending upon the transportation distance. As if you're using dollars, for example, then it'll be cheaper to use dollars if you're closer to a Western nation. But it'll be cheaper to use rubles if you're closer to an Eastern nation because of the transportation costs of the resources. Right. That's a cute little car. Look at it. It's a little dumper. It's pushing the shit around. That is rather adorable. In a stupid way, but still. Let's see. Stored garbage. Processing speed. I can't connect to the internet. Then how are you tweeting, you little sack of garbage? It takes forever for the electricity thing to actually update. And again, I'd love to, like, how much is this earning? And I don't know. But it is currently processing garbage, I think. Oh, the gas power plant. So the geothermal power plant produced a lot of money, and it cost 750,000. Do we have another one that's easily available? That one, maybe. Let's try that. Where's the, Is that... I think that's the entrance. I think. Maybe. Possibly. Road. And we'll just... somewhat haphazardly connect it up there. Nice and simple. And... power. Oh, don't tell me. Ah, yes. The power is, of course, on that side. That could prove a challenge. Slope too steep, you don't say. But apparently that's just fine. Okay. Well, I won't argue with you, video game. Because it adds on the maintenance fee immediately. And there comes the exports. So the exports from that one went up to 5, 6, 7. So that's 200,000. That's 300,000. The maintenance fees are still absolutely ginormous, humongous. But, yep, energy seems to be like the one and only thing capable of earning money outright. So that is now earning 100,000. But of course, because of the enormous loan you took, I had to take up to get it, well, the monthly balance isn't exactly doing that much better. My city does need to produce more garbage, that's true. Well, it's eating up a fair bit of garbage. Oh, hey! I wonder if the dam is finally full enough now. Efficiency 0%. No water. 99%. No. It's apparently still not enough water. And I do love how they just submarine. Oh, that's pretty amazing. I do love that. That's pretty cute. That is pretty great. That is pretty great. But that is still not enough water, as it turns out. All right. Well, I'm sure there'll be enough water over there eventually. We just need to drown a few more people as sacrifices to the gods. Bonk. The dam is built backwards? Oh, God, do not tell me that that's the case. Do not fucking tell me. Do not fucking tell me that's the case. I will strangle you. I will actually unironically strangle you, because I just dragged it over like this. I mean, it's... No, I don't think it is. It's... Yeah, it's the same regardless which end I drag, so... It's not that it's backwards. It's just that it's requiring a lot of water. I think. Yes, I think it's just requiring a lot of water. I'm a bit sad that nobody's walking to work here anymore. That'd be funny. No, oh, no, maybe. Oh, one person was walking to work, and she made it through. Huh? Ember Hadley here. She's not pleased by having to walk through, like, 5 meters of water to get to her job, but by God, she'll do it. You know, she's not squeamish. She understands that it's vitally important that she gets to work every morning. And it's a good workout too. It's a good swim, you know. It's a good solid swim. Are you not connected? You're not connected, are you? You are. Of course, you are not fucking connected. Why would you? Why would you be connected? Or were you connected and you were merely just lying to me? Like, that does not look like it's connected, does it? And yet... Like, that does not look correct in any way, shape, or form. But there's 22 employees there, so I guess they're getting there. Some goddamn how. It seems to me that you're probably going to need to know kind of... Like, it seems like the game is designed to not actually function as an economy to me. So, okay, let me get some conclusions here out of the way, right? Because I think I've seen enough to understand the basic idea of it. The game's economy doesn't work. There seems to be no sign that the game's economy works. There is very little of a simulation of goods being transferred. There is very little sense of a fluctuating market for goods. There is no way to tell how much money you're actually producing in any of these buildings, or how the price fluctuates. Indeed, the price doesn't seem to fluctuate at all, beyond garbage. Garbage seems to be the only thing that fluctuates in price. So the industry part of the game is kind of just you build more industry, and it then eats up an unknowable amount of resources that cost an unknowable amount of money, and the industry is an unknowable percentage of effective or lack of effective, and this in turn then increases their tax, which is the side that you get money from. So, and then, of course, that increases the taxes on the people because you need more people. And so the lines go up. And so you go like, okay, now we need industry. And then you need houses. And then you need industry. And then you need commercial. Even though the commercial line, there's not enough customers to feed the commercial area that we have. And yet the commercial demand is at 100%. So the game itself isn't even understanding its system. What the game wants you to do instead is chase the XP bar. Because every milestone, you're awarded a lot of money. Like a goddamn ridiculous amount of money. So basically, the low-level economy is non-functional. Completely non-functional. But because you're constantly getting these huge influxes of cash, you're able to keep going. Even just blabbering on, not even playing the game with a minus of 311,000, I'm still getting money simply by reaching the milestone, simply by getting XP. XP, which, incidentally, I've got a sneaking suspicion. Let's see, what's something cheap here? Not that. That. I've got a sneaking suspicion. 100. Yep. And what about? That then gives me 25,316. $25,316. Yes. It's not based on population numbers or anything. Well, those do help, but it's based on just building stuff. So if you wanted to game the system, you could literally just build the cheapest building you can constantly and delete it constantly to increase your XP bar. Which will then get you to your next injection of money. Now, I don't know if this gets better the large, because this is a very small city, right? So I'm presuming this will eventually begin changing as you get a larger city. Once you get a much larger city. But if we just look at the percentages, because we can get a decent idea of it like that. Garbage. We can get a decent idea by just looking at the size of the city, right? So, with a city this size, which is, again, relatively small, it's generating $106,000 in taxes and $43,000 in service fees. So that's the industry and that's the civilians. So if you take this and you make it 5 times as large, you're going to have $500,000 income in taxes, right? And the same with this. If you make this 5 times as large, you're going to have, what was it? 100,000 or something? 250,000. That'll cover like a solid quarter of the map at that point. And then I am still not actually earning as much money from doing that as I'm getting just from electricity, because electricity alone is earning 910,000. I'm still having that enormous surplus. Incidentally, has that changed the material goods in any ways? No. No, it hasn't. In fact, the deficit is exactly the same, so we're still not really, you know, using any of it. Yep, I'm pretty sure the economy is actually busted. I'm 98% certain. Let's see, I'll check chat a little bit. You're not the target audience for this game, as the game is designed for people who want to build pretty cities, not really working ones. That might very well be the case. That might very well be the case. Although in that case, I mean, I feel like this game, like visually, I actually feel like the first one is prettier, honestly. I genuinely think the first one is prettier, but yeah, absolutely. You can use it to build lots of tools and not really worry about the money counter, because the money counter doesn't really matter, frankly. As ironically, I would earn more money if I actually just deleted the industrial sector outright. Yeah, the identical buildings. That's a good point. Like, City Skylines 1 didn't have this. It did not have the identical buildings. Because here you can just see rows upon rows of identical houses. City Skylines 1 did not do that. It had tons of different houses. Like, it looked like a city. White Hawk says the economy is investor-based, not customer-based. Bullshit. What investors? The game isn't simulating any investors at the moment. Like, there's no investment system here as far as I can tell. The only profit I have is taxation. I mean, if there's an investor system, it's completely hidden from the player in that case, which would seem rather silly. Investment is from bullshit. I'm sorry, Whitehawk, but that is dumb. So this is the investment levels. No, that's not. Nah. Okay, if this was an investment system, I could argue it, okay? If you had an investment system, then you would have business that was profitable, and a profitable business would then garner more investment, which would introduce more money into the business, which would increase the size of it, which would mean more workers, which would mean more taxes. That's fair. This is not an investment system. This is an XP bar injection of money system. Big difference. I mean, I suppose you could call it that, but this is not an investment system. Like, okay, fair enough. It's like ESG. Okay, yeah. No, that actually does make a degree of sense. That actually does make a degree of sense right there. That's very stupid. But yes, that sort of makes sense. To avoid clone houses, manually make different sized zones. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that. Like, City Skylines 1 did that for me, so I don't see why this one shouldn't. Mixed commercials? Yeah, might as well. I might as well try that too, right? Fair enough. Let's do that. Because it might be, like you say, that they can't reach the commercial districts. Now, considering the workers were willing to walk from here to here to get to work, I don't necessarily feel I buy that, but we'll try it. Why not? Why not, indeed? Also, this one here. Like, oh, it's been constantly whining about lack of a medical clinic. The medical clinic has like 19 people in it. And when I plopped it down, it can cover the entire goddamn area. It's got 92 like, it's... 106 efficiency. I don't get this either. Like, as you can see, it covers everything, or at least it claims to. Yeah, no, this medical clinic covers this area in green. Healthcare availability is green. It's like 90% or something. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it's like pollution from the industrial settlement? That would make a certain amount of sense. Let's see. It still has commercial demand at 100%, so... I don't think so. I think it's literally just looking at percentages of, like, via these. So it's looking at, right now, it's looking at the percentage of high-density residential compared to the percentage of commercial, and the percentage of low-density to the percentage of commercials as well. I don't think this is actually based on availability of services at all. I think this is actually based on the relative percentages. Because now that I'm building that, that goes down, but then it starts going up again immediately. Because whilst I have fulfilled the immediate percentage, that hasn't actually changed yet compared to the commercial ones. Oh, it covers the workplaces. Like, again, I see here, it covers the entire map. Everything is green. Like, there's a little bit of orange over here, but it covers it all, and it's got plenty of space. It's got 18 patients out of 100. And then as soon as that is built, it simply just fills right the hell back up again. Yeah, the simulation seems to be very, very, very shallow at the moment. Are you finally full, perchance? Nope. Nope. Still empty. Oh, little airplane. There's not a space, lack of space in the cemetery either, no. There doesn't seem to be any of the health issues, it just keeps whinging about it for reasons. I genuinely think that this is a Victoria 3 issue right here, where it looks like there's stuff going on. The game is trying to convince you that shit's going on, but in reality, there's almost nothing going on in the background. There is very little simulation actually happening in the game, in my opinion. Just for an interest. I was wondering if that might change the production a little bit. The simulation is relatively slow as well, so it might be that things just take a lot of time. But I don't necessarily think so. Yeah. I am not very impressed. Like, City Skylines does everything this game does in this style, but quite a lot better from what I can see. It really does seem as if the game is doing the Victoria 3 thing, where it's trying to convince you that shit's going on, even though it's not really going on. Like, this entire thing down here, for example, it keeps talking about, like, this city provides a lot of entertainment, does it? Where? Where exactly does it provide entertainment? I don't remember building any. It's incredibly noisy. I can barely hear myself think. Why is it noisy? I was like, is the sound levels out there? I guess there might be. Let's see. Is there a map overlay for that? I'm presuming there probably is somewhere. There we go, maybe. Noise. Yeah, I mean, it's not really, though, is it? It's incredibly noisy. Really? Because it's not in any of the residential areas. Average noise pollution, 0%. Yeah. The game is pretending that shit's going on, but there's actually nothing. Like this is pure nonsense. The thing that's coming out there. Actual, unironic, pure nonsense. Yep, I think I'll stick to workers and resources. I definitely think so. I definitely think I want a lot more of an economic simulation out of these games. How much longer is, like, the development tree? Gated community, high-density office line. Oh, Jesus. It actually stops there. So once you hit small city, so less than halfway down the thing, you actually stop unlocking things? That's interesting. How long is the text tree? A large Hadron Collider. Really now? Okay. Subway, spaceport, space center? Okay. So there are still things to unlock, sort of. But it feels like the game runs out of stuff really fast. Yeah, you'll kind of just end up... You'll just be no. That is exactly what's happening. That is, the entire game is just chasing the bars, pretty much. Just continuously chasing the bars. Nope. I'm right on this. I'm convinced now. You chase the bars to build the city to get the money injections, to continue to build the city to get the next money injection. The economy in and of itself is actually irrelevant to getting the next injection of money. Which probably also means that the game is going to have a lot more additives, shall we say, added onto it. So I think Chad is correct, and in that this is more of a make a pretty city tool, more of a fancy building thing, a sandbox thing, rather than any sort of like a city sim or a building simulator or economy either. I will say the traffic is much improved though. That part is very nice. People are driving relatively intelligently as far as I can see. There are no traffic jams whatsoever at this point, which is nice. Neo2 donated $1, about an hour ago. Sorry, I didn't see that one. Arch, you need two roundabouts. You need to link your Streamlabs into your description. Don't I? Oh, God. I thought I'd goddamn done that. Oh, well. Oh, well. Yes, it seems to simply just be a pretty city painter, rather than any sort of like an actual video game, which I'm not very fond of myself. I don't like it. You know, I think we gotta play some proper city building. We gotta play some Songs of Six or some Workers and Resources at some point. Because this is, in my opinion, this is another Victoria 3, and I think I can leave it at that, because I'm kind of walking myself in circles now. I've come to my conclusion. It is a paint the map, and it's not even a very large map. You chase the bars, there is very little in the way of an actual economy, there is very little of a fluctuation in the market. In fact, I think there's practically zero. Let's see. Nope. Even in all the time... in all the time we've been talking, again, the only thing that's been fluctuating is the price of garbage. Which I suppose there's a certain oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a certain justice in that, isn't there? It's another hyper-simplified paradox game with all of the mechanics painted on top of absolutely nothing. There's nothing there, but it looks shiny. And so the price of garbage continues to increase. RimWorld, maybe? Yeah, maybe RimWorld. RimWorld's a good alternative, yeah. RimWorld is maybe a good alternative, but Works and Resources is a very, very fun little game. It's like poetry, yeah. It's got poetic justice, chat, exactly. It is poetic justice indeed. Oh no, like, see the thing, Damien, I see you there. I see you. It's not that I even refuse to learn the mechanics, it's that the mechanics aren't there. Like, it's simple as. Like, the mechanics would be, what is the profitability of this building? That would be the mechanic. What does that translate into taxes? What does it consume? What has come out? What is the price of these resources? That would be the mechanic. That mechanic doesn't exist. The only thing that seems to be turning a profit is energy. Like, I understand the mechanic. Now, do I understand it perfectly on how to, like, use it? No. But I do understand that there is no economic simulation here. And I understand that because I've played a lot of economic simulation-style video games. And I understand it because the game is also telling it to me by informing me that, well, the price of things has never changed. Despite building things, despite having 110 tons of excess lumber, the price of wood has never changed. I think I understand the mechanic. I just don't think that there's actually a mechanic there. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up there, and I do believe there will be some Project Zomboid later tonight as well, so let's see if I can raid somebody. There we go, we can queue that one up. And I definitely now think we're going to need to play a little bit of Workers and Resources or something. I definitely think so. Paradox game, a mile wide and an inch deep. Well, they used to be a mile deep, though. That's the thing. They used to be. Well, City Skylines 1 didn't have that either necessarily, but it kind of did, because at least in City Skylines, there was a very clear industrial system where the, when you built an industrial zone, for example, and that isn't in this game, because the only industrial zone is this one here, which is build that building. In Skylines, when you build a lumberjack or an area, there was a whole stretch of things to it, where there were like lumber yards, and there were the woodcutters themselves, and there was the timber and the processors, you know? It had a far more in-depth economic simulation, even though that too was at least somewhat shallow. Alright, well, I shall ride into little Kibby there then, and I'll bid you all adieu for now. Thank you very much for watching as we've had a look at City Skylines 2, which I gotta say is quite the disappointment compared to 1 in my opinion. And, well, we're picking up something else, I think. Yes. Maybe City Skylines 2 will be worth it more later, after some DLC and some additional mechanics have been charged to my credit card to enter the game, but for now, it doesn't seem particularly fascinating. Thank you all for your super generous donations, as always, of course, and I will see you all again, well, at the very least on Saturday, as usual, and maybe earlier. We'll see. Have a good day.